Alright, hello and welcome to Hour of Devastation Flashback Draft. This format is particularly near and dear to my heart because this is like the format that started my YouTube channel and really the format that I like drafted the most. Before this I wasn't posting videos, so I didn't really draft anything else that much. Search for your Planeswalker, put it into your hand. Not that great if you don't have a Planeswalker, which is unlikely limited. I like Bloodwater Entity. Sandblast is quite good. Lethal Sting is almost kind of better. I love the deserts a lot. There's a lot of like desert-based synergy in this format. Man, there's a lot coming back here. I kind of like taking Lethal Sting, but I also really, really like this card. You can just like rebuy a lot of spells and just kind of go deep. It is a double-colored card, but this kills anything, and there's a lot of synergy with like -1 counters. I'll try the Lethal Sting. There's a lot of reason it's like the only black card in the pack. Uh-oh. At the beginning of their end step, they put top X cards of their library into their graveyard, where X is the number of cards put into their graveyard from anywhere this turn. So if you're milling your opponent, this card is pretty good. I like a Braid is very, very premium removal. Crypt of the Eternals is nice. Grixis is like kind of the most fun. It's not a desert, which is so strange to me. Like, why is this not a desert in a format that's like based around deserts? Who knows? I like Unquenchable Thirst. That's an actually interesting situation. I don't think I need this early. A Braid is quite good. Then I think Unquenchable Thirst was also like an all-star in that format. Ronus' Stalwart, like as far as green cards go, this is like one of the best one. But I'll start with a Braid. We'll just take some removal and see where that gets us. That's a third Unquenchable Thirst. Okay. Consign to Oblivion, bounce a thing, and then make them discard. So you can like end of turn, cast Consign, bounce their important thing. And then if they're low on cards, you can make them discard, which is nice. So this deals damage to target spell's controller equal to the CMC. That's okay. I like Desert of the Fervent. I can just start taking Unquenchable Thirsts and hope to get there. Or you could go for the Vile Manifestation deck. You just get a bunch of cycling cards and just kind of go off. I kind of am interested in either that or Consign to Oblivion. Like, both of these I think are really, really nice. Not sure what to do here. Or this Desert is also good. I actually don't think I ever drafted the Vile Manifestation deck, so we'll see what happens. Wow. We'll see what happens with that. Just as like a speculation. But that's a pretty late Supreme Will as well. But Open Fire is an excellent card. Because I have passed like a ton of blue, and seeing like both blue and red be open, I'd rather take, I already have a good red card, so just taking even more good red cards seems fine to me. We'll do that. Right now we have mono removal, which isn't too much of a problem. Okay, maybe it's a problem. Chandra's Defeat, 5 damage to target red creature or planeswalker. Not the most likely thing to happen. Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs is a pretty decent win condition for like black-red removal. So like you take all of these, you block everything, and then you ping them to death is also not a terrible strategy. Do I like that more than Puncturing Blow? 4 mana, 5 damage to a thing and it exiles. Not really. We'll just take mono removal. I probably need the desert here. Vizier is good, so you search for a Balm or Eternalized creature, put it in your graveyard, and then you can like draw cards. Striped Riverwinder, also pretty nice, but I think I just gotta take the desert. Ooh, Dunes of the Dead. That's something. So we have Blur of Blades. I like Granatic Titan. This card is both a combo with Vile Manifestation and also like just a good finisher. 5/4 Menace is hard to like block, I guess. And then, you know, in the late game you top deck it, it's great. In the early game you draw it, you can just cycle it away, not worry too much. So I think I'm gonna take that. Ooh, Ramanop Ruins. Okay, that's definitely a good late game win condition. Kenra Scrapper can hit for a lot. There's also the Green Desert and a pretty late Harrier Naga, but I think I'm gonna take Ramanop Ruins as a finisher. Ooh, okay. You can exert this as it attacks. Whenever you exert a creature, it deals 1 damage. That card is also insane. But looking at Firebrand Archer, Tragic Lesson, really, really good like late game card advantage. If you like played a desert, you can return it to hand and then cycle it. But I think this is actually looking like a somewhat interesting Firebrand Archer deck. Maybe I can get like a bunch of crash throughs later on. Okay, well, blue seems pretty open. That's a very late Desert of the Mindful. Or I can just take Crypt of the Eternals, which gains a life and only filters. I actually probably would rather just take the blue desert here. Like, stay open to have those. Ooh, Grizzly Survivor is kind of good. It's a 2/3 that can get way bigger. Yeah, Thorn Moloch Prowess is actually also pretty good. I have like quite a bit of spells. I'll take the Survivor. There's another Granitic Titan. Okay. And Chandra's Defeat. It's a fine sideboard card. Moaning Wall actually is kind of playable in this deck if we get more Vile Manifestations. Because like a 3-mana 0/5 defender does block a lot of things in the format. And most of the time you're just going to be cycling it though. Oh, buddy, we got Torment of Hailfire. Ooh, that's a good card. Really kind of fits with the rest of the theme of this deck. So you spend a bunch of mana, and you repeat the following process X times. Each player opponent loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. So if you can get them below, you know, having so many permanents in play or cards in hand, this just becomes each opponent loses 3 times X life, which is insane. So I'm going to take that. Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs and Firebrand Archer, Puncturing Blow, like all pretty good, but this is basically the finisher we needed in this deck. There's another Lethal Sting. Not as good in this particular deck, because like we don't have too many creatures we want to put counters on. But let's see. I love Bitterbow Sharpshooters and Aven of Enduring Hope. Blur of Blades is okay. There's like a couple cards that putting -1/-1 counters on is good for. But I'll just take another Lethal Sting and then hope to get some like chunky defensive creatures. Ooh, Torment of Venom. That is a good removal spell. 4 mana, put 3 counters on a thing, and then the same effect as Torment of Hailfire. So like you kill a thing, then they have to sacrifice stuff. It's very, very good. Passing on some Chandra's and Liliana's defeats. That's about it. I'll take that. Claim to Fame. Return a creature with CMC 2 or less to the battlefield, and then give it haste. That's fine. I kind of want to take Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs here. It blocks really well, and if we can get a couple more deserts, we can start pinging our opponents. So like this plus Ramadop Ruins, you know, lowers their life total so that they're in Torment of Hailfire range. And it does hold Lethal Sting counters pretty well. So I'm going to start taking some of these walls. You may cast non-land cards with cycling from your graveyard. Ooh. So what do I have for that? Just 2 Titans and a Moaning Wall right now? Because it's either that or like a Manolith. I think this could be good if I get enough cycling cards. Let's try it. I'll speculate on it. It's not too late to go for it. There's another Torment of Venom. These stack so nicely. Because they don't get to choose to lose 3 life, I think. Maybe they do. But either way, like, all of this stuff just slowly lowers their life total. And then we just finish them with Torment of Hailfire or some walls. So I'm going to take this, passing some good 3-drops, but I'll take all these I can get. Ooh, destroy all non-land permanents. I wish I was in those colors. I'm going to take Lurching Rock Beast. Beneath the Sands is also kind of an interesting addition if you're going for the Sarcophagus route, but this card's kind of great. It cycles, so I'm going to put all my cyclers here. That way I know if the Sarcophagus is worth playing. Wow, that is a pretty late Ramanop Excavator. That card, I guess it's only good if you're in green, which nobody seems to be, but we got to take this desert here. Being able to like play lands out of your graveyard. Oh, you can only cast? What? That's not fun. Why would they make that stipulation? There's a blue desert. Do I want to do that over just like the 15th Puncturing Blow? That's a good question. I kind of do and I kind of don't. I think I just got to take Puncturing Blow. Defiant Kenra is a 2-mana 2/2. I'll take Crypt of the Eternals. I don't think I'm playing it, but it's an option. Here we have 2 pretty good sideboard cards. I guess I want to destroy a black creature or black planeswalker. Sure, I'll add that to my sideboard. Okay, we got our Granitic Titan back. That'll actually be quite nice with Abandoned Sarcophagus. So we'll take that. And this can't block. I'll take a Manolith. Maybe we open like a splashy rare we would like to splash. But right now I don't think I need Manolith. But this was like my favorite card in the format when I first drafted it. Oh. Okay, I guess I'll take a Glorybringer. This card's decent, I heard. Yeah. I don't... Nest of Scarabs was a good card. Horror of the Broken Lands probably would be my next pickup. But this card was quite problematic. It's just a rare, and it does everything. It's a 4/4 flying haste, kills stuff, really hard to remove. Like, that card was super dirty. Ooh, Fetid Pools. Okay, so I like Horror of the Broken Lands. Pretty good with our Abandoned Sarcophagus, which I think I can get towards. It's also just a 5-mana 4/4. Otherwise, Trespasser's Curse is actually kind of funny with like our win condition. You can just like lock people out of playing spells if their life total gets too low. This is only good if you have Godfarrow's Gift, yeah. And Grimstrider is okay, but I think I would rather just have this. Goes well with Cyclers. Sorry, Fetid Pools. You're not a desert. Ooh, Rags to Riches. That is a good card. 4 mana, all creatures get -2/-2. And then if we can hit double blue, we can get control of our opponent's worst creature. Otherwise, we can take Electrify or like a Soul Stinger. I kind of like killing a lot of small creatures because there are a decent number of this. So even just the first half is not the worst because I don't think it kills any of our creatures except for Firebrand Archer, which is not that bad. Sure. Harsh Mentor. Okay. Well, that's a card that this dies to. Enigma Drake would be incredibly strong in this deck. This is a 2-minute 2/2. Whenever they activate an ability of an artifact, creature, or land, they take 2. Much better in like Vintage or things like that than it is in this format. Like, it makes fetch lands really, really painful. I like Enigma Drake kind of a lot. I don't really have that much blue fixing, but it could get there. The other option is Cradle of the Accursed. This is a desert, so it, you know, helps with these, and then you can make a 2/2 in the late game. Basically, am I going to play blue? Because I also have Riches, and I have a Manolith. I'll try it, because this card's going to be really, really strong. Shimmerscale Drake, we can cycle. Oh, that is probably a card I want. But Trial of Zeal is also really good. I don't have any cartouches, though. Yeah, this card's good if you have cartouches, but I do not have that. This is some really good card advantage, so we can like cast it, hit Abandoned Sarcophagus, and then replay it. Otherwise, we get something like a Shimmerscale Drake, which is also pretty good, but I think this deck needs some form of card advantage. Or I just play the Trial, hit them for 3, and have like infinite removal. No, we need some card advantage. All right, I guess we're moving into blue. There's the Cartouche, but that doesn't really do anything for our deck, so I guess I take a Magma Spray. I think. Yeah, I'll take Magma Spray. Some cheap interaction is nice. We can take Scarab Beast does have cycling, but I don't really want to cast the front half. So I can take Festering Mummy for like some aggressive matchups as like a sideboard card. Seems okay. Now I can pick up a Shimmerscale Drake because I can just cycle it if I need to. And then Vizier of Tumbling Sands can actually help with our mana, and it's cyclable. But it does require blue to cycle. But I think I still take it here. Cradle of the Accursed. Field. Trespasser's Curse. I don't know if that's a good idea. It's probably just worse than the Cradle, but I don't think I can afford to play a colorless land now. This card can hit hard. I kind of like this as like a sideboard tech against a bunch of tokens. Seems crazy. We'll see if it actually gets there. Slitherblade is a sideboard for like a deck where there's a lot of board stalls. I guess at this point I can pick up a Floodwaters. Pretty good with the Sarcophagus. I'm liking this deck so far. I don't know how I'm going to make cuts, but I guess we'll find out together. I'm liking the Sarcophagus too. I mean, I could just keep cycling things. I wish it let you play lands. That seems kind of strange. But it is what it is. So I think at this point I probably need to play Crypt. And I don't want to run Manolith, but it seems kind of sketchy not to. My 2-drop slots are pretty bad. This card can go really deep if they don't kill it. And this card's actually pretty nice in our deck. Double Lethal Sting. Scribe of the Mindful. Ooh. So no one went white. Scribe of the Mindful can get back Torment of Hailfire, but we have to play it, have it stay in play and not die, and then get back the Torment. So it's unlikely. I don't think it's worth main decking there. I just have like infinite removal. I don't know if I want double lethal sting because that's kind of, you know, like if you get 2 in hand, it's kind of awkward. But early removal is okay. It's not the best. This gains us life, right? Hmm. I I'm not against it. I made fun of it a lot, but in this type of deck, it could be okay. Probably not. I think I probably don't run the Vizier for now. This cycles, all of these cycle. Floodwaters, even, yeah, it's probably not worth playing that, because even if we do get to cast it off the sarcophagus, it's not like the most high value card. And then I think I want to play 16 lands with this many cyclers, so I want to cut one more card. And that card could be Enigma Drake. I could definitely see that being a thing. Or Firebrand Archer, also a thing, but that's like one of our only 2-mana plays, but it does have 1 toughness, so it's pretty easy to kill. And then we just have like removal, cyclers, and then a way to get back cyclers. I'll try it. I don't know. I'm not against it. Basic land, so 2, 4, 5. That actually seems not too bad. So this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 red sources. That's probably okay because we can cycle away a lot of like the double red cards. Blue we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That seems okay. Like this will be very late game anyway. So we effectively have 2 blue spells that we would cast, and they only are a single blue. So we could even go down on blue. Just 3. No, 3 is probably too low. And then black we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, why did it recommend? Okay, hold up. That is not many black sources. MTGO, what are you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need way more. I think I do that. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 black sources with double Torment of Venom. That's challenging. I could get rid of Enigma Drake for a Manalith, but this card, like, it's gonna hit for so much damage. Maybe I just add another land, like one more swamp, and then I make a cut. Because I think, like, I need all of these red sources, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is like the bare minimum. Yeah, this man is gonna be sketchy. I can get rid of maybe a Grizzly Survivor, but the card can hit for like a lot. And a 2/3 is like a pretty good defensive body. It blocks everything. I could also just get rid of the Moaning Wall. That actually seems fine. I don't really like want that card. Alright, see you guys round 1. Alright, we're playing against Toxic Mahogany. Tell our opponent good luck, have fun, as always. And do I want to go first? Yes. Because my deck's pretty slow. Well, I have a Glorybringer. It's pretty hard to mulligan a hand with a Glorybringer, so I'll keep. I can cycle Lurching Rock Beast to hopefully like hit more land drops. I'm holding up red just for like a turn 1 Magma Spray if I need to. There's an Open Fire. Yeah, so we're definitely going to cycle this Rot Beast end of turn because we basically just want to get up to 5 mana, play this big boy and win the game. And Bearer. Okay, I'm going to cycle in response, get a bit more information. Okay, that's pretty good. So we let that resolve. I think I just kill it because I have Open Fire. And then I can just play Desert of the Mindful. Tapped. Unfortunately, I don't get to play an Enigma Drake, but that's fine. Unwavering Initiate. Well, that'd be a good target for Magma Spray, but it's okay. With another land, we can Puncturing Blow. There's a lot of things we can do. Play this, gain a life. And I guess we just play the Drake. Blue, black, that. Holding up a black. Pass turn. So this can block. It dies to like any removal spell. Okay. I'm glad they played that pre-combat, because I may not have blocked land. Like, I guess specifically I needed a mountain. So we'll see if they have a way to kill this, because if not, they're in trouble. Attack and Exert. So this Eternalize costs 6. They're very far away from that. So we're going to kill the 3/2. At which point I'm trading 1 for 2, which seems okay given what my deck does. When it's on that Mono Vigilance game plan. So if they don't have a way to kill this, they're in a lot of trouble. Yeah, that's not good for them. Because here I just get to, I guess, because I want to Puncturing Blow the Steadfast Sentinel so that it like gets exiled and I can't embalm it. But that doesn't kill the Scrounger of Souls. So I think I'm just going to Puncturing Blow the Scrounger of Souls so they can't gain life. Play my land, hit for 2. Because I think lowering their life total is much more important. Puts them in like Torment of Hailfire range, Torment of Venom, and things like that. And if I get another hit off with Glorybringer, okay. I'm just going to lose 3 life here. Don't mind that too much. So my boy's a 1/1, but he can still kill stuff. Oh, yes. That actually, it's only a 1/4, okay. Let's hit and exert. Game's over, okay. I think maybe they thought it would kill it, I don't know. So they have a lot of Embalm stuff. They're like heavy white. Not the worst card against a deck with a lot of Embalm. Moaning Wall blocks basically everything that they have. It's just like a 3-mana 0/5. And Floodwaters can deal with like the embalmed creatures. I forgot about that synergy. So that's something. But I guess Vile Manifestation is kind of just like a good Moaning Wall. I really want to bring this in, but I know it's terrible. So we won't do that. Yeah, this hand seems fine. Got a 2-mana play, Enigma Drake to go off, some Vile Manifestation, and if I just get a Desert, this can start hitting pretty hard. Then we have a Granitic Titan to cycle. I think I'm gonna lead with, well, now leading with the wall makes perfect sense because I have a Desert. This has lifelink, sure. That's the card. Let's see. I think I just get down Enigma Drake. It doesn't turn on Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs. Otherwise, I can just play Vile Manifestation into Desert. They sent me a message. Yeah, Glorybringer, not the most fun card. But it's fun for me. I'm pretty happy about that. I'm just deciding what to do here. I think I am just going to go for the Enigma Drake. And pass turn. So I can't activate Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs, but that's okay. Fanbearer does deal with some of this stuff. They gain life. We put Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs at risk. So them gaining life is like kind of an issue for our win condition, but you know, we have other ways to win the game. Also a Magma Spray now. So let's see. I think I just want to play the Desert. I can Magma Spray either the Fanbearer or the Camel. And I think right now killing the Camel makes the most sense to me. Then I play the Vile Manifestation. Or maybe I just cycle it. No, it's going to get pretty big, actually. And I hit for 1. And then Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs can start pinging them down. And all of my things can block all of the creatures that I've seen so far. Ooh, okay, that's a good answer to... So I want to save targets here. That's a good answer to Glorybringer. Another Granitic Titan. So let's cycle here. Red. Probably don't need blue. Alright, move to combat. Okay. Hit for 1. Because I think I'm just going to be cycling another Titan. No way! Oh, buddy. Perfect. Alright, well, we ate that guy for free. That went exceptionally well for us. Even of Enduring Hope. 3/3 flyer, they gain some life. Ping them. Grizzly Survivor. So I could just Lethal Sting, put a counter on the wall. If I had another black, I could Torment of Venom. This seems okay. Or maybe I just let it survive for a turn. That actually, yeah, that seems kind of better. So let's attack. And Enigma Drake can block. So let's just attack with Vile Manifestation. If they block, we get to eat another creature. Okay. Now the question is, do I want to cycle this? And the answer is no. Because it's a 5/4, 3/4, and they have a 3/3. And we just get down our Grizzly Survivor, which when we cycle stuff in the future will be pretty good. Merciless Eternal. Discard a card, it gets bigger. Okay. Ping them. Desert of the Mindful. So I can cycle that, but I kind of just want to play it because I need lands. And they can make this into a 4/4. So my attacks are actually not that good right now. Let's move to combat and see what they do. Because I can also cycle to make Grizzly Survivor bigger. Okay. Oh, but now they can't discard to this. So I can actually just attack with Grizzly Survivor here. And if they block, I can just cycle Desert of the Mindful. If they don't block, they can just take 2. Seems okay. Do I want to Lethal Sting anything? I don't think I really need to do that to any of these, although Merciless Eternal is somewhat of an issue. I'm at 20 life, so... Uh-oh. Okay. That's not good for me. They probably have Torment of Venom make 3 1/1s. Or not. I'm okay with that. Come on, black mana. Why you do this? Let's move to combat. They stop him from attacking now. Okay. So I can swing here and trade this plus a cycle. That actually seems not that bad for me. Oh no, because this would be a 4/4. So that attack is actually pretty bad unless I can double cycle, which I cannot. But I can play a Shimmer Scale Drake. And then as soon as I hit a black mana, we could just go off. Okay. Just brick walling everything over here. Oh, I don't want to yield through turn because I want to do one. Save targets because I undid my yields. Swamp. Perfect. All right, let's move to combat. See what they prevent from attacking. Probably the Shimmer Scale Drake. Yep. So I think I just attack here and then Torment of Venom the Aven to hit for more. 3, 4. They go for the lose life. They're going to regret that when Torment of Hailfire comes down. And what does this say? Until your next turn, they can't attack or block. Okay, so they can just do that on Shimmer Scale Drake or concede the match. Didn't even have to show them all this stuff. See you guys next round. Oof. So, welcome to round 2. We're on the draw, and opponent said, probably good luck, have fun. Hi, good luck, no have fun? Ay. I want to keep this hand, but that seems incredibly greedy, so we will mulligan. Okay, this is way better. I can get rid of, probably, I want all of this. I guess I get rid of a mountain, because I don't want to flood too hard. Okay. Then I go turn 1, Desert of the Fervent, turn 2, Crypt of the Eternals, Wall. Then I can eventually cast Hieroglyphic. Yeah, it's not bad. Opponent recognized me. Oh, I think I said this before, but this was actually the first draft set that I like uploaded to YouTube. So it's kind of like important to me. So it's kind of cool to like play against fans or people who recognize the channel at least. It's also very cool to play against Festering Mummy when you're playing this deck. Every time I play against people who like recognize the channel, I'm always playing some like nonsense deck. But maybe that's just because I'm always playing a nonsense deck. Don't answer that question for me. We'll just keep the mystery alive. That's a problem. But I have Lethal Sting. And it's going to take a long time before they can like cycle too many cards, I hope. Open Fire. That actually does not deal with it, but gain a life. Undid all of that damage. Go ahead. So we're going to 5 mana Hieroglyphic Illumination. Not a huge fan of that. I think this is dying. Yeah. Well, now I can open fire their Vile Manifestation at least, even though it's a -1/3. There's a swamp. So I think I actually want to cycle this desert because I have like kind of a decent amount of lands right now. Enigma Drake. So I can play that next turn. It'll be an 0/4. It's not too bad. No! Get out of here! What are you doing? They take the Drake, I think. Taking Illumination would kind of suck. Oh, why? How did they know? That's rough, because not only is it out of my hand, but I can't get it back with Abandoned Sarcophagus. So that was a good play from the opponent. It also suggests that they have some form of removal still in hand. So we don't want to play Mountain, because they would know that's what we drew. But, like, they have 2 cards in hand, so, like, they kill this and then deal with things. Cartouche of Ambition. Okay, so I have a smaller dude. They have a 2/2 lifelink. That's not nearly as bad as it could be. Because they can attack, I guess. I'll block. How greedy do I want to get? Like, do I think they're going to play another X2? Or do I just wipe this? I think I wait. I don't, like, them gaining life isn't the end of the world. I know my, like, end game is Torment of Hailfire, but that card can do a lot of damage. So I block. If they try and pump it, I can open fire. What I want is them to play an X2. Nothing. Okay. Another land. I can keep doing this, I think. They know about these 2 cards, I believe. And I need a lot more mana before I can cast Riches. And they're just going to give me the Vile Manifestation. Block. So they have 3 spells in hand because they missed a couple land drops. Well, they have 2 spells in hand. Not doing anything. There's an island. I'm actually pretty close to flashing this back. Opponent's just gaining 1,000,000 life. This makes my Torment of Hailfires quite a bit worse. I will say that. It's a lot of manas. That's a big Titan. Play you. Last turn. So they probably kill the Titan. Not the end of the world. Bane Whip Punisher. They can put a counter on the Titan and then sacrifice it to kill the Titan. So, yeah, now... Oh no, because they're just going to sacrifice it. No! Fine. Continue gaining life. Block. They don't have many cycling cards to make Vile Manifestation good. I'll say that. Ooh, okay. So they can get back... Right now, just Granitic Titan. So I want to save this for as long as possible. Yeah, if we could just wait. With this card, I feel pretty confident that we'll be able to, you know, overcome whatever amount of life my opponent gains. But yeah, the Cartouche of Ambition on the Mummy play is looking a lot better now. Opponent's leaving? What? Fine. They said BRB. Oh, I'll come back when they come back. Trying to psych me out. All right, let's block. This is one of the most inconsequential games so far, but I have a hand full of gas. An opponent, you know, so far has shown not that much exciting stuff. Another swamp. I will still play it, I think. Pass turn. I really just want to get a 2-for-1 off Rags to Riches. Is that too much to ask? Please don't exile the Granitic Titan. Oh, when it dies. So they can exile Rags to Riches. That's not so bad. I feel okay with this exchange now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cast this. So they probably get rid of this flashback, which is okay because they just have this in play, and getting that isn't that good. Oh no! Festering Mummy kills my Drake! Why didn't I see this? Oh, that was a mistake, kind of. Okay, so they eat that. So this is going to go into a -3 or -1 3 again, and I would have to use Open Fire instead of Magma Spray. So I could just Magma Spray this, then leave the board state clear. That seems fine. Yeah, I forgot that Enigma Drink would die from the Mummy. The card actually got value. But the board state's clear. We have this guy. So I have 2 cyclers, so this is a 2-something. So we play that. Because basically I want to get it in play, have them like need to use removal on it, and then we can just buy back everything with the Sarcophagus. Okay, so I discard 2, and I can cycle before they make me discard 2, which is kind of nice. Or discard as well. Let's cycle this, see what we draw. And they exiled that Hieroglyphic Illumination, which is kind of brutal. Puncturing Blow. Okay, so let's discard... That's actually a really good Consign to Oblivion. I think I discard Lethal Sting, Open Fire. But yeah, I mean, that bought them so much value. So we draw a swamp. Yeah, that's what happens. I guess at this point I probably want to hold lands in hand. Or I can just go for the Sarcophagus. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, let's go Sarcophagus into Granitic Titan. Because they can't really have like counter spells up. But yeah, losing our removal is pretty rough. Whenever it enters, you factor Fiction. Okay. So I put the cards into piles. Miasmic Mummy is such a problem. Oh god. Tragic Lesson is like a divination, and then these lands don't matter. So I kind of want to go Miasmic Mummy versus the World, because that would make them discard their last card as well. And like Puncturing Blow is my answer to this Sphinx. So yeah, Miasmic Mummy versus the World. Their discard has been really, really good. And this could be a straight up bluff too, right? Like this pile is so enticing. Okay, they took the 3. Whew, I feel better. That signifies that their last card is also pretty good. Okay, so that gets exiled. Yeah, we're kind of in trouble now. Ooh, that's good. So they did not take the Mummy, so we should not have to discard. And if they have more Sphinxes, they can, I guess, get us. But we can Torment of Hailfire for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would have been lethal if we had not let them gain all that life. So I think I played this kind of bad. Let's kill this. Play this. Go. Yeah, not exactly the greatest synergy between Vile Manifestation and Abandoned Sarcophagus, because you're just going to play all of your cycling cards. No! They had another? Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, this discard is just destroying me. There's a swamp. Alright, go. I mean, we can still deck them is kind of the funny thing. That Torment would have gone a long way, although their life total is so high that it actually isn't that relevant. Functioning Blow, okay. Maybe I should be keeping lands in hand to like play around another Miasmic Mummy. Yeah, alright. I'm keeping this one in hand now. Go ahead. You only have 12 cards in deck. So we'll see what your crazy... Oh, that's a lot of manas. Hexproof Cycling. 5/5. That's a good win con. Ramen Up Ruins. I mean, I guess that does something. But we're going to start taking quite a bit of damage from the Striped Riverwinder. Also, I've drawn like a couple lands. We'll put it that way. Attack with both. I block here. So we need another Granitic Titan, but they probably have a way to kill it given what their deck is. Oh, that's a decent answer. So I can cycle this and then play it. We get in a braid. 3, 4, 5. So now if I have a cycling card, I can get them, but it's pretty obvious that I don't currently. I'm going to keep them both back because they probably have a removal spell. I have 3 app updates available. I could also go for a double block, which is a little bit scary. And by a little bit scary, I mean very scary. Lord of the Accursed. Zombies get bigger. Sure. No fear attack. So if I double block and they kill one, then I'm in like a really, really bad spot. If I single block and cycle, that gets quite a bit better. What if I just block the mummy? Maybe just do that. Take 5. Because now they have to use the removal spell anyway. And I can just abrade the mummy if they have something too crazy. Alright, so let's abrade this mummy before damage. Here. And then I can discard a swamp. Okay, so I'm at 8. Lurching Rot Beast is pretty good. So let's cycle this. I have to make sure I don't go too low on deck size. That's like actually kind of problematic. So let's target here. 1, 2, 3, 4. They lose life, which makes sense. So now I can hit for 5. Then play the Rot Beast. They have 2 cards in hand and 8 cards in library. I can double block with Rot Beast Horror of the Broken Lands on the Riverwinder next turn. And maybe I should have just done that last turn, but getting in for 3 felt kind of important. Yeah, they're not attacking! Carrion Screecher is a 3/1. That felt like a weird non-attack, but I will kill this. Then I pass turn. So I can start activating Ramanop Ruins, I guess. 3/2 Menace. They have 7 cards left in deck. I have 8, so if I cycle this, I go down to 7, but they draw first. So this can basically be the last card that I cycle before I deck first. Okay, then I cast you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I cast you. And don't have any good attacks, but that's fine, because now I have a ton of good blocks. And they currently deck first. Dream Stealer, I actually don't care about. I mean, the Menace is a little bit problematic, like with my blocks. But discarding doesn't matter too much. Torment of Venom is pretty good too. I'm just going to pass turn. They only have 1 card in hand. Like, this is going pretty good. 1, 2. So they can embalm it as a 4/4. Otherwise, I take 1 and discard a card. The 4/4 is not that problematic. So I think I will just take the free kill here. Oh, they didn't even embalm it. Okay. Kind of interesting. So I actually cannot cycle this because it would make me deck first. I guess I attack for 3 just in case they have some way to like make me draw a card, because I also have Torment of Venom as like a failsafe, because I think I can also kill them in addition to deck them. They have a 4/4. That's fine. So even with all of those unfortunate discards, I think we can still win. And I know that my deck is so good against theirs, as long as I just play around the discard spells. Oh, and I get to see what their last card is too. River Serpent. Sure. I think we're winning this one. Desert of the Mindful. Well, I'm not gonna cycle that, and I guess I can sack it to Ramanop Ruins, so I'll just play it. And I'll keep back all my creatures because I feel like they need alpha swing, unless like there's something in their deck that shuffles back, which I can't imagine. Like the odds of them having something important in the last 3 is pretty low. Yeah, okay. This attack tells me they don't have anything in their deck to stop them from decking. So let's kill the big boy there. And then they have a menace guy that only does 4. So this double block here makes a lot of sense. And then there's a 5/5. So this double block makes sense. And then I take 3. Seems okay to me. So do I Torment of Venom that? So I'm going to lose this. I'll have a Lurching Rot Beast, a 1/1, and a 2/3. So I think I do kill this. They take 3, and this trade goes through. So they have 1 card, nothing in play. And I have a Glorybringer somewhere in my deck still. Eternal of Harsh Truths. That's actually a really funny last card to have. Because I just take 1 and then they have to draw. Sure. It's a must. It's not you may draw a card, it is draw a card. So next turn is their last turn. And they can't even attack with that. There's a Granitic Titan. Oh. It doesn't really matter too much. I was gonna say I should have cycled this to actually get a Glorybringer in play. But I think it's better for them to not know that I have Glorybringer. So let's see, they have Torment of Hailfire, Doomfall, Banewhip Punisher. Not that much removal, actually. The Exile are 1/1. I want them to attack with Eternal of Harsh Truths because they just die. Blighted Bat does not kill me. Ooh, we did it! Attack with Eternal. Yeah! No! Fine. So I'm not going to show them my Glorybringer, which was on the second to last card in my deck. So this is an excellent matchup for me. And I get to bring in Liliana's Defeat. Yes, that seems right. What else do I want here? They have a couple like big 5/5s. Actually, do I want Liliana's Defeat? What do I want to get rid of? They have a lot of discard. And this has a couple targets. They know about it, but it does have quite a few targets. I can't believe I won that one, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, 1 mana kill anything is good. Or, like, all the cards in my deck are great. I guess I get rid of Lethal Sting. Just run it like that. And then we need to make sure they have the ability to make me discard 4 cards in total. Want to put me on the play? I'll keep that. I'm pretty happy with that, actually. It kind of makes sense. I said crazy game, they said yeah. So we just get to go Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs into like a Horror of the Broken Lands and go off. Like, that game was so bad because, so I actually want to play 1 desert and then cycle the next one with a red. That game was so bad just because of how, like, my draws were. I think, in general, we should be able to win much, much faster. You know, life. I didn't actually mean to tap this, but it is what happened. So I need to play pretty quick because I am up on time. But if they win this one, we have to go to a game 3. So, like, Shadowstorm Vizier. That's actually pretty good. Well, it's dead now. And then I guess I just ping now because I've seen their deck and past turn. Dream Stealer. Okay, so I can hopefully block that soon. Let's go ahead and cycle the Granitic Titan. Okay, now I can double block it. Let's go Swamp, Lurching Rot Beast. Because I don't want to discard cards. Torment of Hailfire. Oh, Carrion Screecher. Oh, it's kind of a lot of damage. Wait, I want to ping you. Torment of Venom. So I can play Horror of the Broken Lands, or I can Torment of Venom the Carrion Screecher. Both good options. I think I like getting down this big boy. And I'll still keep back the Lurching Rot Beast for 1 more turn. I don't want them to, like, you know, I attack with this, they kill my Horror of the Broken Lands, and then make me discard my desert. I'll take 3, that's fine. Man, can I get the all creatures get -2/-2? Please? That would be insane. Wild Manifestation. That card's also pretty good. So I have 1 cycling in the graveyard right now. I want to be aggressive here, so I think I attack with the horror. Could swing with both. That's actually pretty extreme, but I don't hate it. It's like a lot of damage. I actually don't hate that. I can swing with both, Torment of Venom the Cursed Minotaur, and then they can't kill the Lurching Rot Beast. They take like a ton of damage. Let's get super aggro. Because like, they're going down pretty low. Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs can do a lot. Yeah, and they actually just sacrifice their Dreamstealer, which they're going to get back next turn. So I can play that, but I think I'd rather just cycle it to hit for like 1,000,000 damage with this horror. They're at 9, so they have to like chump block with Dreamstealer, and that's if they draw land. Then I just draw Glorybringer here and the game's over. Do 1 to them. I think they're pretty much just dead. Glorybringer, please. I'll take it. That's actually very good. So we just swing with both. I think their main plan is just to hope that I don't have anything to cycle, but that's not going to go so well. Let's cycle this desert, and then we can open fire their face. Yeah, this game's over. Play Vile Manifestation. Play Ramen Ruins. Go ahead. Bounce and discard 2 would actually be pretty good. Somehow I managed to play into that again. That is not... that is not the answer you wanted. Sorry, Thrainer. It was good games, though. I guess I don't want to be too early aggressive. I'm just trying to think of what card in the format can get them out of this. Doomfall. Target opponent exiles a creature they control. So I'm going to do 1 damage to them and then get rid of my wall. Oh, yes. We get to play him. It's for the rubbins, but, you know. Just had to show it, because you can't go a whole game without it. You can't go a whole game without Glorybringer. You know, it's worth showing your opponent you had it, even though it's like the dumbest rare in this set. See you guys in the finals. We're gonna do it. Alright, we are here in the finals against Bijarn. I don't know actually what that name is, but we're gonna go first. And we have Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs, Magma Spray, and a Cycle, plus both of our colors. I'll actually keep this, because this can keep us alive for like a good amount of time. And then cycling Granitic Titan hopefully can get us a 3rd land, and then we can Lethal Sting with Wall to like stop too much nonsense. We'll lead with Ramen Ruins so that we can Magma Spray. Okay, there's another Titan. So I actually do want to get down the wall first, because the damage will matter, hopefully. And then hopefully this gives us a land. We have 2 draw steps to hit a land. Unquenchable Thirst. So I just don't tap it. Okay. So that like kind of killed it, like the ability to do damage, but as long as I just don't tap it for damage, then I still at least have an 0-4 defender. Did not hit a land, but that's still not the end of the world as long as opponent doesn't have too aggressive of a start. Scavenger Grounds. Oh, that's really good against our Abandoned Sarcophagus. That's a problem. Let's draw a land, please. That's not a land. Okay, well, we cycle you. Okay, we have a swamp. That's good. So I can just block Eternal Harsh Truths, take 2. It's not the end of the world. This is a problem for our Sarcophagus, though. Okay, they're doing nothing. Torment of Venom. So, this lack of lands is kind of disheartening. I think we're gonna go for Lethal Sting. Kill that, put a counter here. Because, like, this creature doesn't matter that much now that it's been hit by an Unquenchable Thirst. And this does hit for 2 every turn. And if they're going to counter spell, I'd much rather have them counter... Ugh. What is the flashback? It can stop my lands from untapping. Okay. Pretty rough when I'm mana screwed, but it is where we are. I'll block. Land? Okay, I'll take a Braid. I'm going to cycle this Lurching Rot Beast to try and hit a land. Nice. Then I can pass turn. And then we can abrade the Eternal Harsh Truth on their turn. They have 4 cards in hand. Oh wait, Eternal Photo Yields. No. Open fire, killing that. So let's abrade now. I don't know of any 2-mana counter spells here. Okay, and then we do 1 damage to them. So they had to use 2 kill spells to kill this thing. Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs did everything. It's 2 mana. They had to spend 5 mana to kill it. and it prevented my opponent from drawing 3 cards, and it did a damage to them. And it let me lethal sting. Honestly, what more do you want? Alright, well, still missing lands. So is my opponent. So we get to kill that at least with Torment of Venom. Granitic Titan. So if I draw a red source, I can Puncturing Blow. Yes. Yeah, that works. And red. Get out of here. It's really, really rough that they have this Scavenger Grounds, though, because that's like my whole late game is just gone. Minotaur Sure Shot. Sure. So they could counter something. I can go Swamp Go. I can get down a Horror of the Broken Lands. Or I can just play Torment of Venom. I think I'm just gonna go Swamp Go. See if they like pump a bunch of mana into this. Oh, well that's not happening. No! Fine. You can have flying and be big and all that. But they have 1 card in hand now. Yep. So I have Magma Spray that only does 2. I'm at 11. That's kind of low. That'll do it. Kill that. They have 1 card in hand. And if they play something big, I could just Riches it if I get enough mana eventually. Okay. That means my opponent doesn't really have any play. That's what that tells me. Granitic Titan. So I want that. I don't want to cycle that because I need win conditions. So I need to draw a land for the Titan, which I did. Right on time. Actually would rather have the Titan than the Horror, I think. So I'd rather run this out, have it get countered. Because this has Menace, which means they can't just play like a 1/1 Death Touch. Unquenchable Thirst. Sure. So they do have a Desert. A unit pack is a 3/4. Okay. Granitic Titan it is. So I want to take 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I don't. 4, 5, 6, this. Because I can't hold up red and play this. So I might as well just not take damage. Okay. Mono Unquenchable Thirsts. Pretty good, actually. So I go to 7. They have 1 card in hand again. Mountain. So I think I'm actually going to cast Rags so that I can flashback Riches next turn. And unfortunately, I'm going to lose all my cycling things, but gotta do what you gotta do. I could also Magma Spray the Hyena pack now that I've cast Rags. And actually, I'm just gonna do that. So now if they play a creature, they have to Scavenger Grounds first. Man, that card's so good against my deck. They just don't know it. Like, what else do I have left to win the game with? A Glorybringer? That's it? Okay. It's actually much better for me that they did that, because that just gives me more cards in my graveyard for no reason. Because their thing is getting exiled anyway. 1/3 Prowess. You got it. Open Fire. So they have 1 card in hand. I guess I just kill that and start getting in for damage. Because I need to push the initiative here. I have Ramanup Ruins. I guess 1, that's the only desert, but they're at 14, and I want to get Torment of Hailfire in lethal range. Okay, well the 1/5 kind of prevents that. Swamp, not the best card ever. Let's keep Swamp in hand and just pass turn. Stop drawing straight fire! What is going on? Oh, that sucks. That would have just been the game. As it currently stands, we're in a lot of trouble. They hit us for 3. I guess we're not in like crazy amounts of trouble, but we do need a removal spell for the Aerial Guide. And they might just open fire in my face. Right, hit them for 2. Yeah, 7 lands stop when you draw your whole deck is pretty good. I guess I haven't drawn that many more. But I think I'm probably dead here. I could put them down to 10, but that doesn't really do anything. Glorybringer would save me, because I could attack, exert, and kill the Aerial Guide. Come on, deck, give me the goods. Oh, alright, well, that'll do it. On to sideboarding. Chandra's Defeat, definitely coming in. 5 damage to a creature at instant speed is very nice. This just untaps permanents, right? Yeah. I am tempted to bring out Abandoned Sarcophagus, but at the same time, it's just such a good card if they don't have their like 1 copy of Get Rid of Stuff from Graveyard. So I think it's worth running. Yeah. What do I cut here? Because I need Chandra's defeat. Like, all these cards are good. Grizzly Survivor is just a win condition. Do I have any way to stop them from just like making my creatures thirsty? Whatever that card is, Eternal Thirst. No. Maybe I do get rid of Abandoned Sarcophagus because they can Eternal Thirst my Granitic Titans, but it's so good. It's too good. We'll get rid of Lethal Sting. Chandra's defeat is just an upgrade there. And then we go first, and there's our Glorybringer. Even just one hit with this card is enough. And they mulliganed? Perfect. And it's not a turn 1 desert, which means Eternal Thirst gets a lot worse. Go Swamp into Wall. Spellweaver Eternal. That card's really good. Afflict 2, like, just hard to block. I actually will kill that, because that will get pretty problematic very fast. Play the Ruins, turns on the wall, pass turn. I don't want to activate the wall main phase because they can just go like Eternal Thirst, go. Eternal of Harsh Truth, on the other hand, is also an issue. So let's draw a Torment of Venom. Shimmer Scale Drake. Okay, well, I can Puncturing Blow the Eternal, which seems fine. I know I can block, but if they like kill this and then get in damage, like them getting cards is really bad. And then that can just kind of cascade into them just continuously, you know, doing scary things. Okay, so let's go to end of turn. Now that I know they have things that like matter if I tap this kind of willy-nilly, go one to the face. Next turn, if I draw an island, which is very unlikely, I can play the Drake. Mountain. So I can get down Glorybringer. That seems good. Around like most of their counter spells, just hit for 4. I don't get the Exert, so this lets them like kill it beforehand, but it's still a very hard card to kill, and just 4 hasty damage in the air is like not bad anyway. Yep, kind of what I expected, but the damage does matter. Because I have Ramenup Ruins, like I have all this stuff. Let's cycle this. There's a land. Play the land, pass turn. They're at 13. I have a Ramenup Ruins and a wall. Go one to the face. So, do I want to play a Granitic Titan? Because they have so many counter spells that like counter unless I pay X. I don't think it's worth just running it into counter magic. So let's just force them to hold up more mana, I think. 1 to you. That's a lot of lands. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can play around one of the counter spells, but not both currently. Countervailing Winds would only counter unless I pay 2. Granitic Titan, okay. Let's go one to the face. They have a 5/4, that's not that bad. They also don't have a desert. So I'm gonna get down my guy now. I can take a hit for 5, I don't care that much. And then I can Puncturing Blow Granitic Titan, playing around like basically every counter spell they could have. I'll take 5. Whoa, what? What? Wait, that makes not much sense. Oh, all right. Hour of Devastation, that's pretty good. All right, fair enough. But I got this boy. He's a lowly 2/4 right now, but you wait, he'll get big. I play that, that's fine. I get to Puncturing Blow it. Hopefully draw some cyclers. Ooh, okay, Puncturing Blow that. Hit for 2. And then I have Torment of Venom available, and they can't really easily pay the life because they're at 7. So this gets Unquenchable Thirsted, but it's just a 2-mana play, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, that's what I expected. Sacrifice another permanent or discard a non-land card. So, do I want to give them the opportunity to sacrifice Unquenchable Thirst? I don't think so. Giving your opponent options is generally just like bad. So I want to do this in response. Kill this. Because, again, the counter spells cost 3 mana that they have. So we might as well do this now. They discard Cartouche of Knowledge. So the last card in their hand is good, it seems. Nimbleblade Kenra. Okay, so they never had a counter spell. No! No! Oh god, okay. That's going to be good eventually. I'll take 1. No! I'm only playing like 4 blue sources. But this is the punishment that I deserve. Death by a 1/3. Oh god. Why like this? Go. Torment of Hailfire would do it, but they probably have a counterspell now. No! Come on! That sucks. Yep. That's how it always goes, you know? Play this giant creature, which they're just going to get rid of my graveyard. Or it's also a desert, so they can just Unquenchable Thirst the Enigma Drake. Like, there's so many things they can do now. Or they can just play a Desert Ceradon. Alright. Interesting. I think they might be dead. Let me think about this. That's a 6/4. They have to... Yeah, I definitely attack here because I'm going to cast Hieroglyphic Illumination. Yeah. So maybe Scavenger Grounds isn't the end of the world. Okay, so those all get exiled. So this becomes an 0/4. Now we draw some cards. Grizzly Survivor. I can Magma Spray to put them down to 5, but they only have 1 card in hand. This is kind of interesting. I think I can put them down to 5, and then this can do 4, but the last one, I don't think that matters too much. 3 for you. Play that. So I can cycle Desert or just play Magma Spray. They had 1 card in hand at the beginning of this turn. I can take 6. If they have double Open Fire, I guess I lose. This is an interesting decision. I can Magma Spray block. That actually seems not too bad. Although that does get hit by, you know what? Let's just take 6. Because they could have the 2/2 flyer, and then I'll be pretty happy to have Magma Spray. Hyena Pack is a 3/4. Okay. Maybe I should have blocked. So I can cycle this desert, but that's better to do later. Open Fire, I think is just lethal. I Open Fire their face, they fall to 3. Yeah. Do this. And then Ramen Up Runes cleans it up. Red, add red. That's not GG's, we got one more. GG. Okay, opponent's deck is very good. So is mine. Let's do it. Oh, you know what? I kind of like Vizier against all of their... Yeah, let's go with Vizier over Enigma Drake, I think. I don't know if I want that or not, actually, but being able to untap something when it gets hit by Unquenchable Thirst seems really good. Because then they have to Unquenchable Thirst my Vizier. They put me on the play? Sure. I'll take that all day. That just seems wrong to me. Because, like, I have a ton of removal. Let's go Vile Manifestation. Next turn we get to cycle a Granitic Titan. Of course they have the Scavenger Grounds. Okay. That, I guess, is a reason to put me on the play. Desert of the Mindful. So I do probably want blue mana. So let's play this and pass. They're not going to activate Scavenger Grounds for forever, so probably this guy's just going to go down. Do I want to find a 4 mana play? I think I want to hold this because it is one of my late game win conditions. Swamp. Okay, we can still hold out because I don't have many 2 mana plays anyway. Aerial Guide, I will hit with a Braid. Because that card, well, I can wait a turn. If I draw Magma Spray, now we'll just kill this. Okay. That's a 1-for-1 trade that does require a lot of mana from them, at least. It's a lot of swamps. So I don't, it's kind of awkward. I don't want to cycle this Granitic Titan because it's like going to be some of my late game win condition, but at the same time I need like mountains to cast it. This is what happens when your mana is really sketchy. Nimbleblade Kenra into nothing. Okay, this feels like a counter spell, so I think I just hang out, not do anything. Because they're gonna go Aerial Guide. Like, why else would they hold up 3 mana? So now they're gonna go Aerial Guide, hold up 3 mana. And it's gonna counter unless I pay 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a long ways away before I can play around that. That's pretty good. No, because of that. So let's see, right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So next turn I can actually play around the counter unless I pay 3 on Puncturing Blow. I'm only taking 3, so it's not the end of the world. And Magma Spray would be like one of the best draws. I guess Illumination into Magma Spray. Mountain was decent, so unfortunately I do have to run this out. But I can play around Counter Magic, which is good. Then pass turn. They thirst my wall. That's fine. So I go there because they have Scavenger Ground, so it's going to be tapped anyway. This card is so good in their deck, specifically against me, because I think as far as I can tell, this is like their only desert. So them drawing that there was a big game. Okay, well, that's a lot of mana, but I have 3 mana up, so they can't counter this. And they used, as far as I know, I think they only have 2 Unquenchable Thirsts. Ah, got him. Go. I mean, I guess I didn't really, they just get to cycle it, so it's not that good for them. Here's where they Hour of Devastation me. Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to get hit by Hour of Devastation then, given that. Lurching Rot Beast. So, I guess I don't really have much of a choice but to attack. And if we trade off Titans, that's not so bad. Like if they double block. Rot Beast is better than a random card. And then I'll hold Swamp in hand so they don't know what's in my hand. Glorybringer would be a pretty good draw, I think. I think I'd be okay with that one. Puncturing Blow. Ugh, okay. Please, Glorybringer. Oh gosh. I take 8. Glorybringer. Or the Torment of Hailfire. I actually have a lot of good draws, but I need one of those like now. Ugh, that sucks. That's quite a few lands. Actually, never. I don't think I ever. No, I drew Glorybringer, but they had the Thirst. If they have any spell, I die. Okay, Glorybringer is not an out, but Torment of Hailfire I think is. That makes it less likely that Torment of Hailfire is lethal. Come on! What? Alright, well, how many lands is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. In the top half. That'll do it. I guess I'll make them attack. It's just unfortunate, really. Yep. Top card is Glorybringer. Let me see my deck. Why do they even have that feature if it like doesn't work? You know? I don't know. Anyway, that was pretty good. I mean, the deck was good. Let's go to the deck for a quick recap here. I think the deck was really solid. You know, it had some ridiculous late game card advantage. Obviously, Glorybringer is dumb. I never got to cast this card because I never drew it when it mattered, but that's okay. This card is like, it's just a late game finisher. It doesn't really do anything until then, but it's a very, very good finisher. For 9 mana, if they don't have anything in play, they either lose their hand or take 21 damage. I like it. Then like just tons of good removal and card advantage. Just got a little unlucky, I think, in the last round. But that's Magic. So thank you so much for watching. This was a lot of fun for me because this brings me back to when the channel started. I did so many of this format draft. Yeah, it's cool. See you guys next time.